The training methods at the Shaolin Temple are extremely harsh. The disciples here insert sticks into gears and stir. If they don't apply force properly, the stick will get stuck. To take it out, their arms will be scratched by the hard object above. All this is done to train the dexterity required for Shaolin staff techniques. All the disciples' arms are already covered with scars, but even so, they don't stop. Their goal is to make the gears spin rapidly under the stirring of the stick without scratching their arms, just like Sanda. But this is only the easiest room among the 35 rooms of Shaolin. The abbot is quite satisfied with Sandi's kung fu, so he allows him to advance to the 34th chamber to continue training. Sanda stretches out his arms, with 2 sharp knives hanging under his arms. Then he picks out a bucket weighing 50 caddies. Next, he has to walk on the narrow slope and pour the water into the ditch at the top, so that the water flows down to the pool. This is not an easy task. He needs to keep his balance and spread his arms. Once he lowers his arms, he will be stabbed by the sharp blades. At first, Sanda didn't know the trick and could only complete the task unsteadily. In a few months, he becomes the best among the disciples, carrying buckets and walking briskly, and still has the energy to help others. When the abbot sees that Sanda is willing to help others, he stops him and says, "You have violated the rules. Go to the 33rd chamber." Sanda takes a while to react. Overjoyed, he immediately reports to the 33rd chamber. The training method in the 33rd chamber is really puzzling. I knock once, and you hit the bell with a hammer. Sanda is quite dissatisfied when he hears this. He thinks it would be easy to let him ring the bell. Unexpectedly, as soon as he picks up the hammer, he realizes its power. It turns out that the small hammer actually has a great mystery. Although it only weighs 10 caddies, when it is put on a 12-foot-long and soft bamboo pole, it loses its focus and becomes as heavy as 120 caddies. After a few months, he can hold the bottom end of the bamboo pole and strike powerfully in accordance with the gradually accelerating rhythm of the abbot. Thus, Sanda completes the test, at the same time as being promoted to the supervisor of the Sutra Depository by the abbot. He also advances to the 32nd chamber. Here, Sanda is required to stand between 2 lit candles. His eyes should follow the flickering candlelight in front of him. During this process, his head cannot move. This is to train Sandi's concentration, and Sanda is also full of confidence. At first, his eyeballs still quickly follow the direction of the candlelight. But when the abbot speeds up, he involuntarily moves his head and is burned by the candle. Sanda steps forward again and starts to try. This time, he stabilizes his mind. No matter how fast the abbot speeds up, his head always remains motionless. The abbot is very pleased to see this, but the training has just begun. The abbot shines the candlelight on a wooden stake inlaid with a bronze mirror in front of him and asks Sanda to hit the wooden stake according to the reflection to achieve the state of being fast with hands, eyes, and movements. Sanda makes his moves neatly and quickly. In no time, he hits all the targets. In this way, Sanda graduates from the 32nd chamber and comes to the 31st chamber. Here, they train Iron Head skill. Everyone needs to use their heads to break open the sandbags in front of them and break through numerous obstacles to pass through the alley. When Sanda first tries, he doesn't know how powerful it is. After only a few collisions, he becomes dizzy and rolls on the ground holding his head. Then he tumbles and falls down the steps and passes out. Until the abbot wakes him up, the head is the leader of the 6 young. If you can train your head strength, you can start practicing fist, foot, and weapon skills. Hearing this, Sanda is immediately inspired. He grits his teeth and stands up to break through the numerous sandbags. He successfully trains Iron Head skill. Sanda successfully graduates from the top 10 chambers, and is promoted to the abbot of the Dharma Hall. He can choose to continue learning skills in any chamber among the 35. He first chooses fist technique because he knows that to learn to use any weapon, he must start from the most basic fist technique. Here, he reads ancient books quietly and looks for tricks. With his amazing perseverance, he soon becomes the strongest in martial arts among all the disciples. Then he starts to practice leg skills. His legs, which have been hampered through thousands of times, can easily kick and break wine jars even in the face of fire rings. Looks like you've trained well, he gets the abbot's praise. Sonda comes to the knife chamber to train knife techniques and accidentally reaches the peak. Then he comes to the stick chamber. The basic skills laid down earlier all come in handy here. Even when fighting with the abbot of the stick chamber, Sonda is not at a disadvantage at all. After a long fight, the abbot recognizes Sonda's strength. And when the abbot learns that Sonda has made progress, he's even more delighted. Now I officially promote you to be the deputy abbot of any chamber among the 35. But as soon as these words are spoken, the abbot of the Discipline Institute stands up and opposes, saying that Sonda has been promoted 8 levels in 5 years at Shaolin Temple. There has never been such a precedent in Shaolin Temple, so he cannot be promoted rashly. To verify whether Sonda's Kung Fu can shoulder this responsibility, he proposes to compete with Sonda in martial arts. The two come to the courtyard. The rule of the battle is that Sonda can hold any weapon. As long as he can win over the willow leaf knife of the abbot, he will win. Sonda chooses a long staff. The two face each other. Sonda makes the first move. Unexpectedly, the short knife of the abbot is much more flexible than the long staff. After only a few moves, the abbot comes in front of Sonda, losing the control of distance, while the short knife shows its advantage. The abbot taps Sonda a few times with the back of the knife, and then forces Sonda to let go of the long staff. The victory and defeat are decided. After this failure, Sonda becomes more courageous after setbacks and devotes himself to researching which weapon can compete with the willow leaf knife. When he is practicing the staff in the bamboo forest and can't get the hang of it, he accidentally cuts off a bamboo. Immediately, he swings the staff and cuts the bamboo into 3 sections. And this is the earliest Shaolin 3-section staff. Sonda, who has invented a new weapon, can't wait to find the abbot and compete again. Unexpectedly, the 3-section staff is really useful. Seeing that he has the upper hand, Sonda pursues victory and uses the staff to trap the abbot's double knives and take them away. The victory and defeat are decided. The abbot is convinced. The abbot asks Sonda to choose which chamber he wants to be the abbot of. But Sonda has other ambitions. He wants to establish the 36th chamber and recruit lay disciples to fight against the Manchu soldiers who were killing innocent people wantonly at that time. After hearing this, the abbot says that there has never been such a precedent in Shaolin Temple. He criticizes Sonda for not following the rules and punishes him to go down the mountain to beg for alms. Sonda understands after hearing this. This is exactly an opportunity for him to go down the mountain and recruit lay disciples. So he sets off immediately. Unexpectedly, as soon as he goes down, he sees a young man named Hang Shiguan being surrounded by Tang Sanya, a lackey of the Qing court. Sonda immediately steps in to stop it and subdues him in a few moves. After Tang Sanya dies, Hang kneels in front of Sonda and asks to be accepted as his disciple to achieve the great cause of overthrowing the Qing and restoring the Ming together. Sonda is overjoyed to see this. What he needs is exactly an aspiring young man like Hang Shiguan, who dares to fight against the Qing court. From Hang Shiguan's words, Sonda learns that General Tianda, who persecutes the people, is now in the city. So the two decide to get rid of this person and act on behalf of justice. To carry out this plan, Hang Shiguan recommends 2 aspiring young people. One is named Tang Qianjin. When Sonda finds him, he is being bullied by the soldiers. He swings a hammer in a disorderly way. Not only does he not hurt the soldiers at all, but he also drags down his own actions. Sonda can't stand it and gives him some advice. Unexpectedly, Tang Qianjin is a martial arts prodigy. After listening to Sonda's words, he defeats several soldiers in a few moves. Sonda is very satisfied with him. Just as he is about to turn around and leave, Tang Qianjin kneels down in front of Sonda and becomes his disciple in front of his good friend Luo Sai. Seeing this, Luo Sai can't help laughing at Tang Qianjin for being so humble. Out of curiosity, he also wants to test Sonda's skills, and he is also the second person recommended by Hang. When Sonda sees that he is not convinced, he decides to show him a thing or two. Sonda steps forward and with just one kick, he makes Luo Sai unable to move. It is also this move that makes Luo Sai convinced. On the other side, General Tianda, who learns that Tang Sanya is dead, starts to search for the murderer all over the city. Sonda and others decide to take action immediately. Hang Shiguan takes out a map of the general's mansion, The backyard is just facing the general's mansion. After learning this, Sanda sets off to visit Changmi Liu, who lives in the rice mill. When the other party sees that it is a monk, he wants to drive Sanda out. I will take you to Shaolin Temple. Changmi Liu thinks for a moment. Practicing martial arts at Shaolin Temple is much more promising, so he agrees to Sanda's request. The next morning, Sanda looks at the flower and comes up with an excellent idea. He asks to lurk on the archway of the general's mansion. As soon as the soldiers come out, they pull the mechanism and scatter a large amount of flour. While the soldiers are blinded by the flour, Sanda decisively rides a horse and sets off to attract Tianda's attention. Sure enough, as soon as Tianda sees Sanda's figure, he chases after him. The two come to an open space and dismount to fight one-on-one. Sanda takes out the three-section staff again, and General Tianda's weapon is also double knives. Now, Sanda has mastered the three-section staff to perfection. As soon as he makes a move, he blocks all of Tianda's attacks. General Tianda comes forward for close combat. As a result, not only does he not hurt Sanda at all, but he is also beaten back continuously by the three-section staff. Then Sanda pursues victory and traps his knife blade and knocks him down. After getting up, General Tianda not only loses his weapon, but also suffers internal injuries. Seeing this, Sanda fights him in close combat, but with only General Tianda's mediocre skills. How can it compare with Sanda's Shaolin martial arts that he has trained hard for many years? Sanda pushes with both palms and then follows up with an iron head skill and successfully sends General Tianda to his end. After that, Sanda leads his disciple back to Shaolin Temple, establishes the 36th chamber, recruits late disciples, and teaches them all his life's learning. Well, that's all for this video. See you next time.